We are ready to pop the cork in Champaign, Illinois, home to the Fighting Illini, and the fans clad in orange and blue are more than ready for this one. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Miami Hurricanes. Squaring off with another team from the Pac-12, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Canes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The offense set for a first down play. Quarterback will audible. Wide receiver shows motion. Going up top on first down. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Here comes the offense on second down. Scanning the field, it's Woods. Quick completion on the out route. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He's looking to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
After the first down completion, it's second and short. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
They want to just keep throwing it. Finds the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To throw, it's Woods. He makes the connection. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Gets it out quickly. Running through contact. He's run out of bounds after the big game, and they are in business. 1st and goal. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Illini.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Offense set on 1st down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on 1st down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Illini. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
And here on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he left him grabbing. He smashes his way through again. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Miami! He would not be denied.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick strike offense on that replay scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Fair catch called for and made. Comes the offense on first down. The give to the tailback. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Illinois 14, Miami 7.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Illinois.
First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to pass. It's Woods. He's right on target. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's going to pass on second down. And that pass picked off. He'll try to take it back. Running inside the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Canes. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. Right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving UGA the rest of the day off. They're up 14 over Oregon. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
First down for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Woods. They're trying to get to him. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Dialing up a second down pass play. He'll pull it down and run. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
When it gets in long yardage situations, defensively you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Quarterback will keep it. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Escapes trouble. He'll throw one to his right. He makes a catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Dropping back, it's Woods. Fires it incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass.
Steps out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Coming up, 4th down.
Illinois looking to convert the 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He fires one deep over the middle. And he's got it inside the 10. What a play that time. They got way more than they needed to convert that 4th down.
But I love the execution of this quarterback. Everybody's sitting shallow, trying to take away the 1st down. He takes the ball down the field. Great strike. Nice play. Nice 4th down conversion.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Motion from the offense. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Illinois! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Running back searching for a hole. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Off the play fake. Trying to get to him. It's complete on the right side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. Offense gets set for second down. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Looking to throw on second down. Complete. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend it. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, fourth and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last fourth down there.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, he'll let it fly. Got it set up on the outside. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. He'll try to tack on one more. Splits those uprights right in half. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Georgia is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been sicking them since the opening kickoff. They're up 14 over Oregon. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Now he'll throw back into the middle. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, when you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one.
Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Teed up, ready to start the second half. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. That Miami offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to...
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. The give to the lone running back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. He's now up to 70 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Here's the handoff. The Hurricanes are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Running with power. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide.
Just keeps moving. Touchdown, Miami. And that one will give them the lead.
Touchdown, Miami.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Returns to the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Still looking. Slips away. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Illinois lining up quickly.
Wow, and the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And linebacker in speed, synonymous when you're thinking about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Dan Morgan, DJ Williams. Guys that can go sideline to sideline and guys that can rush the passer. Not easy to block.
Back to pass, it's Woods. He's going for a big play downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll run it out of the shotgun.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to him. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. He'll take it himself. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because You've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Woods. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it on the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And the Miami offense will take over 1st and 10.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the 3rd.
We're all tied up.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Hands it off. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Power football with the run. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
He ends up getting tackled at the 34-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. He's going to let it go. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Canes. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of giving UGA the rest of the day off. They're up by 21 over Oregon. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll go to the ground. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, he's having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
And now on first down after converting with the run.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Now on the move. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And now on second down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Woods. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down.
Clear. Clear. Cut it. Cut it. Convoy.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Illinois putting together a really nice drive.
Moves.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers.
Razor.
To the air on first down. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Back to throw, it's Woods. Pocket starts to collapse. Complete downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. On the move. Touchdown, Illini! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high...
He's off to the races. He's at the 40. At the 20. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. On the option. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
And the defense tried to cheat a little space and get in that neutral zone, but it's still 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Really nice job by the defense, understanding 1st and goal. What do most people do on 1st and goal? They're going to try to run the football in. The defense says, nah, bro, not in my house. Nice job getting in the backfield, getting the stop.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Touchdown, Hurricane! They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Illinois offense returns to the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking for a man. It's Woods. Getting some heat. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
And that is a play the quarterback would love to have back. You cannot take a sack in that situation because the clock's still running right now. And that's a situation that they practice all week long in these 2-minute type drills.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got it. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He's going to run it. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down, 4th quarter.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking for a man. It's Woods. They're bringing heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks.
He tries to take the top off. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Trying to take it back. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us.